You're not advancing in your life because you're not putting your time in. You want somebody to just give it to you. Are you what you say you are? Are you who you say you are? It doesn't even matter who you say you are. It's more important what you say you are. Unstoppable, for instance. Who you are, that's your name, a few little things about you. What you are, unstoppable. You are never going to fucking stop me no matter what you take away from me. I'm never going to not succeed. That's just, it's not an option. It's just not there. And there's so many dudes with so many resources and so much ability that they just don't hone. Their knife isn't fucking sharp. It's that one day, it's that dude goes to the gym every day. Every day for a year goes to the gym. He's in fucking much better shape than he was the year before. But that one day when it's cold out and he just sleeps in a little bit, and that one day becomes 3 days, becomes 6 days. How many dudes are just wasting time? Do you even believe what you're telling people you can do? We all know the dude. We all know those guys. Last in the door. First to leave. Fastest thing he does every day is quit. We all know him or her. Look around. Everybody has a name in their head right now. That person always complaining that they should make more money or they don't have these things or they have the same ability. They just don't put forth the effort. They're there. They're in the door. There's all those guys on the team. There's the quarterback, whatever. I don't know fucking sports because it's a fucking game. I don't have time for that. But on every team, there's these dudes you talk about, these top players. There's a bunch of other dudes on the team. Some of them don't ever play. 2, 3 guys have to get injured in order for this dude to play. But he's running around, I'm on the team, I'm on the team, I'm on the team. Nobody knows your name. Why? What are you doing on the team? What happens when you're not on the team anymore? What do you get? Because you didn't put forth the effort. You're not out there 2 hours early on the field running fucking sprints. You're not in the gym an hour early. You're not working on your craft or your skill. You've been given it. You have the fucking slot. You have the ability. You have the tools. But you're not sharpening that fucking knife. We all know those guys. So many dudes have such ability and talent, but they don't fucking use it. It's like I call them pot smokers, right? Because most of them around here fucking, it's just weed. I think that a lot of artists create great shit when they smoke weed. I think that's what opens the door, or mushrooms, or whatever you hear it is. But as an employer, a weed smoker, I'm not hiring fucking beautiful artists. I'm hiring dudes to replicate and duplicate a skill and move with urgency and quickness. And when you smoke weed, it's like it just kind of slows you down. You can do it, but you're not going to do anything on a time with urgency. You want to smoke weed on the weekend, smoke weed at home, smoke weed before you go to bed, because that's what it does. It fucking slows you down. There's so many dudes with so much ability, and they just shit that stuff away. And when you talk to them, they're like, yeah. You guys all know who I'm talking about. Like, we all have there's always a picture, and that picture changes, but you know that type of person. You're just not like, you tell a dude, yeah, I'm a hard worker. If you're talking to somebody, and before they're done talking, you start. I'm terrible with that myself, but I feel like if you're talking to me, what I have to say is probably more important if you're in a position lower than I am. So I need to work on that. But a lot of times a dude will come in looking for a job, and I'll start talking, and he'll start fucking running his mouth before I'm done. I'm like, okay, let me just shut the fuck up, and you tell me what you have to say. You tell me why I should give you the job, and then they don't have anything to say. But when you're talking, they have everything to fucking say, but they're really saying nothing. They tell you how great they are. If you're so great, why are you willing to come and work and do this job? I had a dude come in with a 7-page resume. Manager this, supervisor that. I own this company. I own that company. Why are you going to come in here and work and make $12 an hour if you're fucking doing all that shit? You came here and asked me for a job. I'm telling you what I need. Your job is to come in. You want a raise? In any company, you want a raise? Here's how you do that. You go to your boss and you're like, what else can I do for you? But your job and your task has to be done. So if at the end of the day at 5 o'clock, that's when you go to the boss and you're like, hey, what more can I do to bring value to the company? I know the day's over. What else can I do for a couple more hours today? And the boss can be like, we're not paying overtime. No, you misunderstand me. On my own time right now, what can I do to bring more value to the company? He's going to give you some tasks. He's going to give you something. Or perform your task so good, so precise, and with such urgency that you're out of your task. And then you have an opportunity to go to whoever your supervisor is or your boss or the owner of the company or whatever and go, hey, I'm done with this. What's next? You do that a few times, he's going to take notice. Eventually, he's going to give you something higher up in the company to do. You need to perform that task with such urgency and such fucking precision that you are now more valuable in the new position because it's a higher paid position, that he can no longer afford you doing the old position. Let's call it the fry guy. The fry guy makes fries so fast and so precisely and never burns them, and he always has them ready, and he knows how to time it. Then they're going to put you on burgers, and the burger job pays a little bit more. They can't afford to pay you and have you down at the fry guy. But you're such a good fry guy, they're going to have you train 2 more fry guys. You're now the burger guy. And when you do that so well, they're going to put you on drive-through. Eventually, they're going to train you for a management position. You can do everything within the company. You can do everything below. If you want a raise, perform your task so fast and so good that you are out of work and they give you another task. They're going to perceive value. They're going to perceive precision. You're going to be a higher value, and they're going to have trust in you. And they're going to give you something better. And then they're going to give you something better. And then they're going to fucking keep moving. That's how you get a job. You don't get a job for being someplace a certain amount of time. You don't get a job for showing up. That's the bare minimum. And if you're the last, you could be a fucking great dude, but if you're the last dude in the door, your boss notices that. If you are the last dude in and the first to leave, and the fastest thing you do every day is stop working, your boss notices that. You're an okay employee. You will probably keep your job. But if you're making $10 an hour and you want to make $15, $20 an hour, that's where it starts. And nothing happens overnight. Just because you do some good shit, there are so many dudes that I have given fucking raises to, and within 30 days, we're like, why did we give that motherfucker a raise? Because he did what he needed to do to get a raise. He got notice, and we discussed it, told him how to get it, but then he's just back to where he was. When I give a dude a raise, I'm like, this is your new bare minimum. You don't get an off day. When you have an off day, it stays outside. You're fighting with your girlfriend, your wife, whatever it is. That stays outside. You don't see me come in with a bad day. Because the day I slip, the day I have a bad day, it sets the bar. It lowers the bar for everybody else around me. I don't get to not perform. On a day when I have some other shit I have to do and everybody's gone, I still do the daily shit. You have to. And if you operate as an employee that way, you're going to move up. It won't be long. It won't be long. You will have people underneath you. And if that doesn't happen, you are just training yourself for the next thing. If you need to leave or start your own thing. I hear dudes say things. I'm like, you're saying that as a perspective of never writing a check. You've never signed a check. When you sign the check, when you earn the money, when it's your thing, you have a very different perspective. Well, they should pay us more. Should they pay you more? Should they pay you more? For every dollar they pay you, there's another dollar they pay someplace else all combined. Should they pay you more? Well, you should be worth more. I want all of my employees to say I make the most money working here out of anywhere else I've worked. I want them to talk about working at the company when they don't think I'm listening. That's what I want. I want my employees to want to come to work and go, man, I make more working for SOE than anywhere else. But you have to earn that. You have to earn that. You have to be, and that's the difference. So many people, we all have the same amount of time every day. It's how you use that time. You want to make more money in my company? I'll hire a guy to clip and clean threads. That's an $8 an hour job starting, right? Because every third grader does it. It's an $8 an hour job. Run out of work. Run out of work. Fucking clip and clean so fast. Because when I come on the table and I stand next to a dude, he's kind of just piddling around, especially if you're on your elbows or you're leaning over. You're not a performer. My back hurts. Well, then lose some weight. Fucking use your weekend. Lose some weight. Wear some more comfortable shoes. We give you a thick-ass pad that you stand on, right? Lose some fucking weight. Use your time to better yourself, to make more money. Everything changes when that happens. Clip and clean Run out of work, we will give you another task. You really want to make some money, like real money? Instead of sitting in your room watching TV or sitting on Facebook or whatever, learn how to do social media shit. Build something of value, and even if it doesn't apply at your current job, if you build that, there's a job for it. If you demonstrate, hey, I set this up, here's my page, I got these things, I sold these things, I can do this in the company. You want more money? Demonstrate you're worth more money. People will pay you more money. And if they don't, then you just learn something. Rather than wasting your time talking to people that you're never going to meet on the internet, you just learn something that you can take and make more money on. Try it yourself. Bring value to somebody. When you bring value to people, they're going to give you part of the money. That's what I tell people. You want to make more money here? You want to make more money here? Then you have to make the company more money, or do something, take something off of me. Do something that's very convenient for me that you see me not doing. Take some task you know you can do. How many people at work walk out the door and there's cigarette butts on it? I don't smoke. Never have I, ever, anything. But how many times do you see cigarette butts on the ground? I don't mess up this bathroom over here, up front, the employee bathroom. It's very rare that I even use it. But every single time I go in there and I take a leak, I take some toilet paper and wipe off the fucking stand-up urinal. Pubic hair's in there. Every time I go in the bathroom and the fucking toilet's dirty, I didn't dirty that motherfucker up. But nobody bothered to clean it either. Fuck, we got water pressure. The water pressure on the property is so high, we had to run a second reducer because it was blowing out the lines. We have water pressure that would literally suck you down the toilet. But dudes go to the bathroom and then just fucking walk away. So when you go in there, there's shit in the toilet. The toilet refills so fast, you can literally flush the toilet, and if you bothered to look down, you could flush it simply a second time, and it will suck the rest of that down. But dudes aren't doing that. If they can't bother to flush the toilet, imagine what their fucking underwear look like. They probably have shit stains all over them, because that's how you live your life. Because I truly believe how you do one thing is how you do everything. You're not advancing in your life because you're not putting your time in. You want somebody to just give it to you. If you come in here to do videos or something, or let's say I hire a sandwich maker, right? I'm just going to hire a dude to make sandwiches. I just want a fucking awesome sandwich. You better make a fucking pretty good damn sandwich. You should probably go and make some fucking sandwiches on Saturday at your home and have some fucking people test them out. If you're waiting for your boss to pay you to learn how to do something, you're not the dude. You're just not the dude. You will have a job, but you're never going to rise. And you really, guys, how many bodybuilders get on stage? You ever been to a bodybuilding show? How many bodybuilders get on stage and actually win? Very few. What's the difference? The difference is those dudes did what it takes. Piana called it the 5%, right? 5%ers. I think it's a fucking fraction of a percent. I don't think it's the 5%ers, because there wasn't 5% at the Olympia show. And Piana used to talk about skip the fucking local shows, go straight to the pros if that's what you want to do. 5%, it worked for his company and his branding and shit. I really think it's less than that. I think all of us start equal. And the dudes that we really talk about, the dudes really at the top, they had way less than fucking what most of the dudes that have nothing right now have. They started way below. Whereas they were coming up, something catastrophic happened. And I think the difference is it rewires them. They just move with urgency. They've seen nothing, and they know what having nothing is. Whereas most people, I think it's just comfort. People are comfortable. We all have the same 24 hours. It's just how you use the time. That's it.